Jeremy has a radio show, and I launch a radio show tomorrow on 100.3 FM and simulcast on 610 AM. It's called WIOD, and the show is called Reality Talk Radio. I have Roy Black on my show tomorrow. I have Dr. Drew on my show tomorrow. Michael Irvin's coming on the show. So it's all about, real issues, real questions, and real answers about things we deal with on a daily basis. And when they found out I'm launching a radio show, it was only appropriate that they were coming down here, and I boxed Jeremy.
I hear. Just kind of talk in general, I've actually never had the chance to ask you this on camera, but how much do you actually enjoy taking part in events such as these? Not just so much from the actual getting in the ring and punching somebody's standpoint, but just the standpoint that it is an event that the community benefits from and that it generates revenue.
See, you just said it. It's about the community.
Right.
I'm doing this for Inspirations Teen Rehab and for Cove Center for Recovery. It's all about giving back to the community. And whether you're fighting in the ring or, to me, I'm fighting drug addiction and alcoholism. I'm fighting addiction in general. And I really take it seriously. It's hit me, it's hit my family hard. I see what it's done to a lot of other families, and I want to make a difference. And we just discussed this cancer issue I had. I was at a point where I said to the doctors, I said, I don't want chemo, I don't want radiation. If you can cut it out, cut it out. But I'm not going to go through it. I just put it in God's hands, and what we have, the cards we're dealt with is what we have to deal with. Bottom line.
No, I hear you.
I'm here just enjoying myself and just do the best I can to benefit other people.
Well, you certainly do serve as an inspiration to people because you have gone through a lot. And let's face it, it's it's one of those things where when you're in the paper, I'm sure as much as you
we're a target.
By the way, does that bother you?
At the beginning, it did. To be honest,
it would bother me.
At the beginning, it did, but it bothered me more when they said things about Lindsay and my kids and my ex-wife. And I saw the collateral damage to my own family, my mom, my dad when he was alive, God rest his soul, and to the rest of my family, my brother and sisters, and their kids. But after a while, it's like water off a duck's back. You don't pay any attention to it. I don't even read the tabloids anymore. I don't. I just don't bother, because why bother getting upset? You can't change it.
True.
And anything good that you do, they're not going to report. They put a twist on the negative stuff. So it is what it is.
I remember when you fought, I didn't mean to interrupt if in fact you are finished.
No, sure.
But I remember when you fought Johnny Fairplay, you did actually have a conversation with Lindsay prior to that fight.
Yeah.
Did you speak to her prior to this one? Do you speak to her prior to
I speak to her all the time. Well, I speak to her every day, but not about the fight. They told me not to fight. Okay. And my family told me not to fight. And when I came here, my doctor said not to fight, but I'm going to get in the ring. I understand Damon has some things to say about that, but we'll see what happens. I'm here ready to fight.
I hear you, but you clearly are not, because Tom Stedman, correct, is fighting this Jeremy Lopez.
I'm still getting in the ring. I want to see what happens. I want to fight.
That's what I love about you.
I'm ready. I want to fight. Listen, I trained for 5 days straight after my operation to get in shape for this.
Right.
I wasn't even supposed to be in the gym, but Jeremy Jackson from Baywatch, who was on Celebrity Rehab with me, trained me, and he's the best trainer I ever had. And he did it in a way where, I didn't put too much stress on myself. And for me to box 3 one-minute rounds, come on, give me a break.
No, I hear you. I want to ask you about the training because, as I said when I brought you up here, one of the things I tell people all the time is how seriously you take this and how you do actually hit hard and how you know what you're doing. Please give me an example, a Cliff Notes version, if you will, of your fighting pedigree and the training regimen that you've gone through over the years. It prepares you for this.
Well, this time it was different. With Jeremy, it's totally different. He had me doing things like where I would normally take the the cables and work out with them. Jeremy actually had me take the cables and punch with them, and 30 pounds at a time, and punch with my right and my left, and you're pulling 30 pounds at a time, so it builds up your tendon strength more than anything. I never did that before. I tried to work on my endurance and my strength, because as you know, all of your punching power comes from your shoulder and your back, not your arm. So when you hit, it's all from your back, and so it's a different kind of training, but I liked it.
What type of fighting pedigree do you have up until this point? You've done, right? Karate,
I studied martial arts. It was Wing Chun, Min Lee, and Ishan Ryu. I studied Kung Fu. It's more of a defensive art. It's using someone's weight against them. It's not being aggressive. It's being defensive.
Right.
This is aggressive.
But you had done that for years, correct?
I can get aggressive.
No, but I mean, I know you've been aggressive for a long time.
No,
That goes
I've done it for 14 years now.
That's what I thought, yeah. And much like Conseco, who's also done some stuff, of course,
Yeah.
with martial arts throughout the years. See, people think you guys just get off the couch after eating potato chips. They don't realize that a lot of you guys have actually trained in defense.
And that's why when they say we're aggressive people in general, we're not. I mean, because you learn it's a defense.
Right.
We only act when people act against us. If someone raises their hand to me, then I'll act.
Sure.
But all this stuff with women, and that's all BS. I mean, just because you have a boxing or a martial arts background, right away you're aggressive.
Right.
No, doesn't happen. I mean, I had a guy bounce a piece of paper off my head at a stoplight one day because I was in his way, and I wanted to get out of the car and crush the guy, but I didn't. So, what do you get? No, seriously, can you imagine that?
Yeah, well.
I mean, sitting at a red light, and the guy says, "You're an asshole," and he bounced a piece of paper off my head.
He deserved to be hit, Michael.
He deserved to get hit.
Yeah, he did.
Not with my car, but
But it was good that obviously you didn't.
no, obviously
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I was on
you
parole
know.
at the time, so it wouldn't work too
Yeah,
well.
see, so there you go.